anybody that's tried it, so you have to see this. You have to pick it up.
7 nights in Alaska. Can't wait. We've got Juneau. We want to see the Mendenhall Glacier. I know there's a Red Dog Saloon that's really cool. Tracy's Crab Shack, we're gonna have to check that out. Sitka, not sure what we're gonna do there yet. I understand there's like a bear sanctuary, so we might look at that. Ketchikan, really don't know what we're gonna do there, but I heard it's a beautiful place, so I might just wander around. Way home, we're gonna stop at Victoria, BC. Been there a lot, especially as a kid, so I'm pretty familiar with that town. I know we want to go to the Bouchard Gardens, and we want to go to the castle, which I've never been to, ironically, even though I've been there, dozens of times. But definitely want to see the gardens, and we'll check out that castle for the first time. So we booked that. But other than that, haven't booked any other shore excursions. So have some ideas of what we want to do, but I think we'll wait till we get on the ship, see what they have to offer, and just see what it's all about. Can't wait. We are on the road. First stop, Vancouver. Pick up Keith and Elena. Then it's off to Seattle. Catch our ship. All right, you guys ready for your first cruise?
We are.
Absolutely.
But we made it. A little bit stressful getting on the ship to start the journey. Always is. So many people trying to cram in. Everybody wants to go get food. Same thing we just did. So it's always a little wild getting on the ship. So this is a balcony room. Got like a little sofa there. Looks like maybe a queen size bed. The balcony, a couple chairs. You got a little dresser, makeup table. Yeah, let's check out the bathroom. Decent little bathroom. Little corner shower. Not too bad. And decent sized closet. Take you out the balcony. Right now, we got a nice view of downtown Seattle. Ship sets sail about 4 o'clock tonight. Wasn't long till we were on our way. We have officially set sail to our 7-night cruise to Alaska aboard the Anthem of the Seas. Can't wait. We decided to go check out the ship, explored a little bit. We watched it leave from the 270 lounge and then wandered around, checked everything out. After sailing a few hours and shortly before sunset, we spotted the pilot boat coming up to the ship to get the port ship pilot off. For those of you that don't know, the port ship pilots are local experts that have extensive knowledge on the specific port's geographic currents, tides, and navigational hazards. They often navigate the same waters daily, so they help the ships get in and out of their ports safely. First day of housekeeping, we got our little stuffed animal towel thing there. Looks like, I don't know, maybe an ox or something like that. Pretty cool. Day 2 is the sailing day. On our way up to Alaska. We're gonna be out at sea all day. We'll stop in Juneau tomorrow. Weather, not as great today. Definitely a lot better yesterday when we boarded in Seattle. So, not going to be on the exterior decks much. Pools are pretty much all closed, except for the indoor ones. So we'll check out the interior of the ship, see what they have to offer, and just get used to sailing.
We had to wake up our local happy motorists because we had to see the sunrise. Look at this, Keith. Is this not just gorgeous?
Woke up to a gorgeous sunrise today.
So we're gonna come back.
While we're whale watching from the balcony, we saw the pilot ship pull up with our port ship captain getting on board to lead us through the channel here. There's lots of little narrow channels in between all the islands. we were right near Sitka, so he stayed on for quite a while.
Yeah, there's a bunch out there. Look at it. There's like 3 of them, 4 of them.
Oh yeah, 4 of them right way out there.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah.
Oh, there's like 7 out there. Look at that.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Holy cow, that'd be good to be on the watch the boat right there.
Yeah.
Good lord.
There's one just popped up right there.
Out over there, there's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another one. Straight ahead.
Getting out of this soon, though.
Yeah, you would think so, huh?
Oh, look at the mountain over here. You can kind of see. Try to poke through.
There they are. Just pulling into Juneau, Alaska. This is a view from the front of the ship. Got mountains on all sides of us. Kim's sitting up there, got her time lapse going. You see up in there in the window? Looks like that's the port down in Juneau right in front of us there. Over on this side, I wonder if that's the glacier back up in there. Day 3, we are in Juneau, Alaska. Had a wonderful day in Juneau today. We ended up renting a car, made it out to the Mendenhall Glacier, saw the waterfall, took a ride on the tram, actually a couple times, went up once in the afternoon, then once again at sunset, had lunch on the waterfront, and we finished off the day with the nightcap at the Red Dog Saloon. But now, it's back to the ship, and we're going to set sail to our next destination, Skagway. I'll have a separate videos on each one of the port of calls coming out soon, so we'll take you in depth to all the attractions and show you all the sights and sounds on those separate port of call videos, so stay tuned for those. Woke up this morning in Skagway, Alaska. Already docked in port. It is it's a cloudy, kind of cool, misty day out. Not the same weather we had at Juneau, that's for sure. On today's agenda, we are going to take a ride on the White Pass Railroad up the Yukon route. And we'll do a little exploring around town, a little sightseeing, checking out the buildings, local shops, and then a delicious lunch at the Skagway Brewing Company. Back on the ship, setting sail to our next stop, Sitka, Alaska. Should arrive there in the morning. And then we get some unfortunate news from the captain. Apparently there's a storm building to the north of us, and it's pretty questionably severe, so the captain has made a call to skip Sitka tomorrow and full steam ahead head south to try to get away from the building storm. So that means 2 days at sea now instead of just 1. So we will be running from the storm tomorrow, and then the day after, I don't know, I guess we'll just be kind of hanging out, waiting until we can go into Victoria. So good news is we should arrive in Victoria a little earlier now, because we weren't supposed to get there till noon, but it sounds like we'll be arriving there at like 8 a.m., so we'll have longer in Victoria. Bad news is we miss out on our day at Sitka though, so that's unfortunate. So our days at Alaska are done. Now we're headed south and running from the storm. Day 5. Well, apparently the captain wasn't kidding. That was kind of a rough night. We are in store for some bad weather today. Looks like we're gonna have swells up to 5 meters and winds up to 55 knots. So the seas are rough. The boat was definitely rocking last night, and it is dark, gray, windy, and gloomy outside. Lower deck 5 is closed. You can't even get out there. Deck 14 with the pools, you can walk through there, but all the pools on the outside are shut down, and the pools on the inside are rocking and rolling. So we're gonna have to find something else to do. Sometimes it's even difficult to walk on the ship because it's just rolling back and forth so much. So should be an interesting day. Welcome to day 6. Today we got a full day at sea, cruising down towards Victoria. Elena booked a on the ship excursion, doing a behind the scenes tour. She gets to check out the galley, she gets to go up to the bridge, check out the engine control room, a bunch of cool stuff. So she got a bunch of fun facts on the ship that she could share with us. The ship was built in 2014 in Papenburg, Germany. Its port of registry is Nassau. Its first sailing was April 22nd, 2015. It comes in at 1,138 feet long, more than 3 football fields, 136 feet wide. You could put a full-size NBA court in the Windjammer dining area. 204 feet tall, 16 decks, with a total gross tonnage of a staggering 168,367. Top speed on this bad boy is 22 knots, powered by 4 5,000 horsepower engines. This thing burns through a lot of fuel, to say the least. 130 gallons per nautical mile, or 47 feet to the gallon. It has almost 2,100 staterooms. It can hold 4,180 passengers with a double occupancy, and it carries about 1,500 international crew members to take care of all those guests. The food consumption on it is just staggering. They cook 154,000 meals in a week, and the food that's consumed: 15,000 pounds of beef, 16,000 pounds of chicken, 10,000 pounds of pork, 1,800 pounds of lobster, 11,000 pounds of seafood, 84,000 eggs it goes through. It's just wild. Beer, 8,500 cans of beer and 10,000 bottles in just 1 week. It's pretty impressive how they get all this on the ship, maintain it, manage to serve it, and refuel it. You know, water consumption, 1,100 tons a day, it says. It has its own freshwater production, though. It has 3 reverse osmosis plants that produce all that water, so that's cool. And the recycling and the disposal of waste and all that stuff is really impressive. So they're very self-sufficient and very low harm or eco footprint, if you will. They're very clean. It's pretty wild that they managed to do all that inside of this massive ship with these many people aboard. Well, the weather is much better today, and progressively got better as we got closer to Victoria, a little further south. So it seems as though we were successful at outrunning this storm. But some of the pools and stuff were still closed due to kind of the rolling waves, but it was definitely sunnier and nicer. Dave and Lisa went up in the North Star and took in the views from there. That looked pretty cool. I didn't get the opportunity to do it, but maybe next time. Good morning from beautiful Victoria, BC. It is day 7, our final day aboard the ship. Tomorrow we'll arrive back in Seattle and depart. This was supposed to be a short visit to Victoria, but given the fact that we missed Sitka, we have a whole day here. So we had already booked a shore excursion to tour the Craig Derrick Castle and visit the Bouchard Gardens, but it looks like we're going to have some spare time on our hands. So we're going to make it down to the waterfront, check out the Empress and the Parliament Building, and hopefully catch a water taxi over to the Fisherman's Wharf, get some food there, and that'll be a little closer to our ship, so we'll be able to walk back and get there before our final sailing. We're here in Seattle now, and we're going to be getting off the cruise ship. The caption of the video is Alaska Cruise, thumbs up or thumbs down. I am going to answer that question for you. But first, let me give you a little perspective, a little bit of history on me and why I make the decision. So, I'm not a novice to cruising. I'm not a seasoned cruiser either. So, this is our 4th cruise. Been on 3 other cruises before, all of them previous warm weather cruises. Been to Mexico twice, one on the Gulf of America side, one on the Pacific Coast side, and then went to the Bahamas. 4 different ports, or departure ports, I should say. Left from Long Beach, left from New Orleans, and left from Fort Lauderdale, and now Seattle. So, my idea of a cruise ship is warm weather, hot, hanging out by the pool in your shorts and your tank top, drinking a nice cold mojito, smoking a cigar as the sun goes down, out watching a movie outside by the pool after dark. So, I knew that wasn't going to be the case with Seattle. It's more of a cold weather cruise. Going to Alaska, we should expect that. So I don't know if you can ever go to Alaska and really expect to have warm or hot weather. Maybe in the dead of summer. We are going at the end of the season. So that being said, still though, it was colder, wetter, worse weather than I thought it was going to be. So it's still September, so I thought the weather would still be pretty decent. And while we have some decent days, some of it was very rough. So I did not expect that. Shame on me, maybe I should. So, port of calls, Juneau was great. Had a lot of fun in Juneau. Skagway, take it or leave it, really. Victoria is wonderful. I've been to Victoria several times, so it wasn't something new. Seattle, it's okay. But that being said, I don't know. It's hard to say because I'm a Pacific Northwest guy. So while it seemed like everybody else on the cruise was not from the Northwest. So when we were going through the train in Skagway and stuff, everybody's like, "Oh, look at the mountains, look at the trees. It's awesome." And to me, it's like, it looks like my backyard. So I didn't really see anything that was too, jaw-dropping or awe-inspiring to me personally, because it's kind of stuff I see every day. Even the glacier, it was cool, but it's like we're separated by, the lake in front of it, so you can't even get to it. So it's kind of like just when I go to Mount Hood, it's like, okay, it's a bunch of snow and ice over there. So if I were to go back, I would definitely spend the money to do a tour and either fly over the glacier, or better yet, take a helicopter and land on the glacier. I think that might change my perspective on it quite a bit. Other than that, it was largely stuff that was very similar to me and where I'm from. So it wasn't that impressive in that nature. So now we took some newbies on the cruise with us. My brother Dave and his wife Lisa, first cruise. Kim's brother Keith and his wife Elena, their first cruise. So I was kind of thinking, after the experience we had on the cruise, I was thinking, well, this is probably going to be their last cruise. But not the case. They all seem to love it. So much so that they are now booking to go on our next cruise, which is coming up in the spring. We're going to the Bahamas again. So, and they all said they wouldn't do a warm weather cruise. The only reason they were going was to go see Alaska. And they obviously love the cruise so much that they're willing to do another one. Now, cost-wise, Alaska seems to be like the most expensive cruise out there. Probably because of the amount of fuel they got to burn, probably because they're basically staying in the United States. I'm sure the cost of ports and all that stuff is more expensive than in Mexico. So it is kind of convenient for us. Well, it's definitely convenient for us being in the Northwest. We just have to drive up to Seattle, get on the cruise ship, drive home. So there's no airfare, there's no hotels needed the day before, the day after, or anything. So definitely some savings there. But the cruises to Alaska seem to be quite a bit more expensive, especially than those over like Mexico. So, the value of it is not nearly as great. As for the ship itself, the entertainment, wasn't really my jam. It definitely seemed like it was geared towards an older crowd. And although, I'm in my late 40s, it seemed too old for me. So it wasn't really my cup of tea there. So I definitely enjoy more of the younger vibe on the Caribbean and Bahamas cruises, stuff like that. The music, the entertainment is more enjoyable for me. So, but that's a personal preference. So, all in all, I'd give it kind of a, it was nice. So, one and done. I've done it. Don't really have any interest to do it again. So I give it kind of a, sideways, but that's not fair. I said I'd give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down. So I'm going to give it a thumbs down. For me, wasn't for me. I did it, crossed off the list. I don't have any plans to go back. So Dave and Lisa, Keith and I, they've talked about going back already and things they want to do when they go back. If I go back, it won't be because I wanted to go back. So I don't have any plans on booking another cruise to Alaska. I won't look for one. If they want to go, then I would, I would probably go. But it would not be my first choice. I'd much rather spend the money and go somewhere warm and tropical than to go back to Alaska. So there you have it. That's my take. All in all, I'd probably give it a thumbs down. It wasn't terrible, but it just wasn't as fun or enjoyable or awe-inspiring that I thought it was going to be. So, yeah. Until next time, though, happy motoring.